I think that's what it's called. But it's a flail basically. And to my surprise, when I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos back when this game got released, and people were making like all weapon videos, this was a dungeon that 9 times out of 10 wasn't in those videos. Like, people couldn't find it. They knew it existed, but they could not find it to save their lives. Which is weird, because I've found it pretty much every single time I've done a playthrough of the game. It's been here, except maybe like once. And I've played through on 7 different characters, so like, even when I re-rolled the campaign on the one file that didn't get it for like a harder challenge, going through the entire story at like plus 15 or whatever, it changed from the hall of the, or the vault of the Herald, to the Purge Hall. So I got it anyway on that character. So, you know, like, it's not a hard thing to get. Anyways, we're doing this for a melee weapon. Kind of ironic, I know, since I don't use melee weapons. But I did say we'd get through Rhom. This considers getting through Rhom, in my opinion at least. The gist with this dungeon is that you get a curse put on you. And as you can see, our health is constantly draining. You can use regrowth here to get through here. You can use bloodwort to slowly regen your health. You can use rings to slowly regen your health. But the trick with this dungeon is that as long as you're killing enemies, you're regaining your health. All there is to it. Run through the dungeon, shoot enemies in the face, and your health stays up. Don't shoot enemies. You die from bleeding out. I just got the climber perk, really? Oh, that was a bit late. Dude, my dog is so far behind. It's kind of annoying. Another thing that makes this dungeon hard is, well, one, if your dog's a dumbass like mine, it will make the dungeon a lot harder, because he won't be actually fighting enemies with you like he's supposed to. And that sucks because his kills count towards your health regen as well. But the thing that makes it a lot harder, oh, there is a trait in here. So that means there's probably a ring in here too, but I'm never gonna find that ring because, I don't feel like dying to, extra damage and stuff, so I'm gonna pop a bloodwort because it's gonna slow the damage a little bit, but eventually I'm gonna have to pop a heart from the dragon hearts. Probably. I should say probably I'm gonna have to pop a heart from the dragon hearts. This is not the end of the dungeon, by the way. This is like a mini, like, halfway room. As you can see, the eyeball's broken. Summon the dog again. The more damage output you have in here, the better, because it's the faster you kill enemies, the faster you get HP back. I'm a little upset that I can't search for the ring. I mean, I could, but I could also die searching for said ring. So, I'm gonna give it a quick look, quick once-over. If I cannot find the ring, I'm not gonna be stressed about it. I'm gonna get through the dungeon so I don't die, and I get the flail. Because it's gonna suck if I die trying to just... Ooh, hey, I got Invoker, cool. That's something you get for your summon having killed 100 enemies by themselves. They have to do all the damage by themselves. And it's actually a really annoying perk that can actually glitch sometimes, too. There's a lot of people who have reported the perk glitching out on them, and them not receiving it, even after like 4 hours of their summon doing all the work by themselves. Which, I don't know if those reports are kind of bullshit or not, but I mean, it seems like they would be, considering my summons are getting it left and right now. I did have a little bit of trouble one day trying to get it, but most of the time recently, my summon gets it pretty fast. Even like my brand new character that I started last night, I got Invoker before I got Climber. Like, that's how fast my summon got it for me. To be fair, my dog was really smart last night on this, and he literally killed one half of city by himself. I just summoned him, and he went and killed everything. So I didn't even have to do anything. I just walked around. I think I had to kill like 2 enemies. That was it. The rest of them died to my dog. So I got blessed with a smart doggo on that one. But yeah, you make it to this end chamber called the Clean Room, and it removes the curse. Just make sure you have enough health to live through the removing of the curse. By the way, if you're thinking you can go through the dungeon now and explore without the curse being on you, you can't. You just can't. The door is locked. You cannot get through. I thought the same thing. It's not a thing. And I was right. It is the Wastelander Flail. It's only at +3, which is fine. That's what my sword's at. But basically it's a mace. I like using it. I mean, I only break boxes with it and stuff, but it's kind of cool. Causes like a little explosion effects when you hit things. I don't know. I'm gonna leave the sword on for right now, but yeah. That's the gist of that one. And then you just hit the crystal, and you either return to Ward 13 or you leave the dungeon. Simple as that. When we get out of the dungeon, I'm going to switch my dog to Sentinel turrets. Actually, no. I think I'm going to switch my dog to... do I want healing? I think I want healing. Yeah, I want healing. This fight's weird. By the way, the one that we're about to go do with Claviger. The conditions for his fight and what he drops, whether it be melee or ranged weapon, is kind of confusing to say the least. I'll have to explain when we get in there, probably. Basically, the guy's a big tree boss. He does his fight in cycles. If you let him heal, you get the melee weapon. If you don't let him heal, then you get the ranged weapon. Or at least I think that's how it goes. Like I said, he's very confusing. One weapon you get for letting him heal, and one weapon you get for not letting him heal. It's a big, I don't know, it's just weird. Plain and simple, it's just weird. I do like having the fire mod still, because it's extra damage on him for a boss that doesn't have a weak spot to hit. We have to go through a dungeon, damn. I didn't think we actually had to go through a dungeon, so this is gonna suck a little bit. There's a guy on my right, yep. Okay. I kind of wish I had the dog, but it's fine. We can make it through this without him. At least I hope I can make it through this without him. It'd be pretty sad if I had to rely on the dog that much. It's not like he does much for me. Yeah, there's a dude behind me. Oh, there was a random hallway there. I didn't notice that. Yeah, no, that's that guy's melee attack. They slam their spear into the ground and cause like some weird explosion. Oh god. A lot of dudes. A lot more than I was expecting. There we go. That's the trait I was thinking of. It's called Tormentor. You get it for applying status effects, like I said. And the gist of the mod is that it makes status effects last longer. It's by percentage, so it's a little weird to figure out, but it's a good perk. Especially when you use the hotshot mod or any kind of status effect mod that causes damage over time, like bleeding or fire or whatever. The bleeding effect is hard to come by sometimes. It's mainly like a DLC thing and a chorus thing, so you'll get it when you get that far. No need to worry about it now. I think the soonest you get it is if you get the ranged weapon from the first boss on chorus. I think his crossbow deals bleeding damage for its mod effect. Oh, it's gonna hurt. I didn't realize it was that far of a fall. But it's right on top of a trait book though, so I'm okay with it. Dead end hallway? Nah, it's a loop around hallway. Sometimes that little back corner that I looked at is a dead end hallway, and if it ends up being a dead end hallway, chances are there's either a trait book or a ring down there. Considering we just found the trait book, it would have been a ring, but... Oh, we got a big dude. A big dude. This big dude is stressful to kill. It's mainly why I put down the healing circle. I also put down the healing circle for if any little dudes come to push me. Yup, like that. That's super annoying. Oh, okay. Alright, I think we're good.
It's over.
Oh, hey, we got a Simulacrum. Alright, cool. Simulacrum, for those who don't know, is an item that is used for upgrading the Dragonheart. And it has one other purpose in the game in its entirety that I know of, and that would be to upgrade any of your equipment to tier 20. Upgrading to level 20 gear requires that you literally just use a Simulacrum and some money. There's no other resources involved. That's it. It's usually fairly expensive. Boss weapons get up to like 1100 scrap or 1200 scrap, I think, when you have to use the Simulacrum to get them to level 10, which is their final level. Or most regular weapons are at like 800 or 900, somewhere around there, maybe, when you get to their final upgrade. With the Simulacrum, it's pretty expensive when it gets to the higher tiers. Okay, there's a boss on this planet that I was hoping we would get instead of the Hornet guy. We didn't get him. It's a double boss, kind of like the dog boss, but less ads, I guess. It's called Shatter and Shade, and it has a temple entrance like this guy. He's a mini boss, not a world boss, but his mod is very helpful for the moth boss on courses later. So I might do an adventure mode next time or off screen and try and get it for myself. I would rather do it on screen for you guys, but I don't know. Depends on if we have time on the day when I'm just needing to grind some stuff out. Okay. Like I said, I'm pretty sure if you let him heal, you don't get the ranged weapon. If you don't let him heal, you get the ranged weapon. I don't really remember how this all goes. I'm gonna be completely honest about that. I have no fucking he's really weird. Side game circle. Alright. God, that actually actually does kind of work. That was actually a thing that would work. How did he not die? I definitely shot him and he didn't die. That's a little... kill the ad. Kill the ad.
Damn it!
I need to pop in circle again. Yeah. This boss is a little bit hard, especially when you run while on cover, and there's him and ads running around. Not a lot you can do really, except just keep damaging the crap out of him and hope for the best. If I break that 3rd HP bar before killing his ads, then he's going to absorb them and can't kill himself. I'm going to stop shooting right there and deal with the ads. Oh, I think I might have gotten too low on his HP. I definitely didn't kill that ad. Just saying, whoa, it's over. What the hell? It's definitely not over. It's not anywhere near over. And I'm out of protection here. Okay, well, if I get the melee weapon, it's not a big deal. I don't really care either way for these bosses' weapons. Because they're of no benefit to me, really. Holy crap. Yeah, if I didn't switch guns, we probably would have had another Phoenix gun. So, just kind of toughed out. I did get the melee weapon, so he did absorb that one ad that I didn't kill. My fire damage got him a little bit too low. Because I got the Stone of the Guardian as my material. Sucks, but I mean, like I said, I don't really necessarily care about his weapons. I don't use the whatever that rifle is. It's basically called the black hole gun. Most people know what you talk about when you say the black hole gun. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head. But yeah, if you want the ranged weapon, don't let him heal by absorbing his ads. Kill all the ads, make sure his HP doesn't get too low, that he absorbs them. You'll get the ranged weapon. He absorbed 1 ad out of 10 during that entire fight for me. And I got the melee weapon because I let him absorb the ad. Because I couldn't kill the ad before the fire damage took too much of an effect. That's how you do that fight. I mean, pretty much. That's all there is to it. If you don't care about the ranged weapon and you'd rather have an irradiated hammer to swing around, then just don't even bother killing the ads if you don't want to. Just focus on the boss and just shred him every time. He'll heal up a bunch if you don't kill any of the ads, but it's not like the end of the world or anything. So there is another boss that can take Claviger's place. He is so much easier. Getting his melee weapon's a little bit harder, but not too hard. Not that it matters, because everybody likes ranged weapons in this game, because melee is kind of garbage, honestly. Melee's hard to do in this game. Unless it's against, like, miniature ads and stuff. It's kind of hard. But his name's the Harrow, and to be honest, he looks like Freddy Krueger mixed with an alien. Best way to explain him, pretty much. Well, no, my bad. Freddy Krueger mixed with an alien on steroids. That's Harrow for you. He's really not that difficult though, as long as you don't let the weird wall explosion kill you. because that's still a thing. There's like pipes on the wall that he can hit that will explode and kill you instantly, pretty much. So, but other than that, just burn him. Burn him, then hide in a corner when the ads come, and then burn him again. That's my advice for Harrow. It gets the job done pretty damn fast, so you don't have anything to worry about if you just do that for him. But yeah. Alright, this is the optional boss that is the hardest boss in the game. For the time being, he is a friendly NPC that is really weird. So, also, a thing to note about this boss, you can see during this cutscene we have our pistol in our hands. I'm not using the pistol. I'm using the SMG. Clearly. We've already seen that multiple times that I'm using the SMG.
A pity, for example, child.
If you choose to fight him right now, regardless of what equipment you came in this room with during this first dialogue, you will always have your repeater pistol in your first slot for your small gun, for your handgun. So if you choose to fight him right now, by saying refuse right there, because that's how you fight him, is telling him that you refuse to get the heart for him, you will have your pistol in your hand. See? I have the pistol in my hand for some reason. Most annoying thing in the world is going into that boss fight on the first dialogue option with him that you do right there and not having the correct gun in your frickin' equipment slot. So you walk into this boss fight with a pistol and you die because of it, because you don't have any mods on your pistol, you don't have your pistol upgraded. We're at +8 right now, so as you can see, our offense and defense is double arrow down. I wasn't kidding, this boss is at +13. He summons those ads. He summons the tiny little claw ads that we have had to fight everywhere. And he also has 1.5 HP bars, because he's the Undying King. So technically he revives himself the first time you kill him with half his HP again. We are going to come back and kill him. I'm not going to give him the heart. I'm going to give it to somebody else. But, I'm not killing him right now. I would probably raise my gear to +15 before fighting him. That's just to be safe. Like I said, you can do this fight at +10. +11, whatever you want to say. I mean, +11 puts you on par with the endgame boss. So that's always an option. But yeah, my advice for the Undying King, don't fight him right now because he's ridiculous. But we made it to Corsus. This is a swamp area of the game, completely optional considering you can kill the Undying King, which is the guy that we just met. I'm gonna do it because I want to cover the entire game. Also, I don't like fighting the Undying King this early because I'm low level. Hey, Title. You showed up just about near the end of things. I didn't look to see if I'm on par with the Corsus area, but I'm pretty sure everything scales to you. So the only thing I'm going to change out of any of my equipment is I'm going to upgrade the beam rifle to +8 to match my other gear. And probably put the dog or the turret. Well, actually, I'm going to put the turrets on the beam rifle for right now. Probably dog for roaming around, turrets for boss fight.
Keep moving.
Is what I'm going to do.
What do you need?
But yeah, I'm gonna get the beam rifle up to +8 because things on the planet are weak to the beam rifle. My gear is kind of set right now at +8, so I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna show you guys what I got for that other thing.
There's no way bringing a heat. Fine, let's have a look.
We got Howler's Immunity, which is made out of the Hound Choker that we got. Pretty good mod. I've never used it, but it's supposed to be pretty good. Projects a 20-meter aura that moves with the caster and reduces incoming damage to all allies standing in the aura. It's a good teamwork mod if you're playing with people. And we got the World Breaker because we got the melee weapon from Claviger. It's a hammer that causes radiation damage.
Yeah, good.
Because everything on that
Now
planet
go.
causes radiation. Also,
What now?
out of all the times I've played this game, I never saw that chair there. But that's a chair you can break. So I'm gonna break
I've
it.
got work to do.
Actually right now, before we end things, I'm gonna go talk to the Root Mother and upgrade our Dragonheart. Because I'm gonna need it.
Wait. You carry the
Yep.
root. Grateful. I have.
Alright, the only thing she's useful for is upgrading the Dragonheart. It takes 1,000 scrap, 10 Luminite crystals, and 1 Simulacrum every single upgrade. So we're going to upgrade it twice, because we have 2 Simulacrums, we had 26 crystals,
Tread
and
carefully,
just over
child.
2,000 scrap, surprisingly. So we did have enough to upgrade it twice. Don't think you can like end up with like 99 dragon shards, by the way. You can only go up to 10. It doesn't let you go higher than 10. My other character got to 10 and maxed out, and now the Root Mother is just kind of an NPC that chills there and does nothing with her life. So I need to look at what title's saying. Maybe. And yeah, I know I wasn't there yesterday. You were playing the game that you just mentioned, and honestly, I figured if you wanted me there last night, that you'd ping me. It wasn't Apex, so it didn't seem like it was super necessary. I know Apex is having its issues right now. Or it's supposed to be back up today or tomorrow, I think. I'm pretty sure Apex is supposed to be up tomorrow or today or something. The update's coming soon to fix the servers or some shit. But yeah, no, Apex is having a lot of issues right now. But yeah, we just we beat Rhom, so basically I'll just do a small recap for what we did today real quick, and then I'm gonna end things off. We didn't get any new weapons other than the beam rifle. The beam rifle is actually super good. You really want to have like a damage over time effect on it too. Makes it even more worthwhile. Like the fire from Hotshot, or one that you can get from Corsus that does corrosive damage. We got, what did we get for rings? I don't even know if we got a ring. Did we get a ring today? I think we got Band of Pollux maybe today? I don't know. But we definitely got the Cleansing Jewel and the Galenic Charm today. On Rhom, because that's where they're from. We changed our gear around to the point where we have one of each of the base gears on our equipment set. We have the Duster Cloak from the Exorcist skin and class. We have the Gladiator Boots from the Scrapper class, and we have the helmet from the Hunter class. I opened the backpack and got us the Elixirs of Enlightenment, which is a potion that causes 25% boost to experience for 2 hours. We killed the doggo and the guy that was with the doggo. We killed Claviger. We killed, I think its name is the Hive. Whatever the Hornet guy is. So that's cool. Yeah, whatever guy gives us this, the Breath of the Desert. We did get the Iron Sentinel mod from killing the doggo correctly and his master and getting the control rod. That is a very consequential mod for me for the entirety of my playthrough. The Iron Sentinel mod is definitely useful in a lot of ways. We actually used the Mantle of Thorns against the dog fight, which I've never done, which was kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it would have been better to use the Mantle of Thorns like I did and reduce melee damage from the dogs, or if it would have been better to use Rattleweed, or to go upgrade this mod and get this mod before I fought the dogs. I don't really know. I could have used healing as well. I don't know. There's like 200 different ways I could have done that dogfight with the equipment I had, but it's whatever. We're good now. As far as traits go, oh, I have 6 trait points. Cool. Totally didn't notice that. We got Climber, which I'll toggle trait info so people can see. It's very tiny on the screen, but the Climber perk we got for vaulting 50 times. The Invoker perk we got for our doggo killing 100 enemies by himself. Make sure they do 100% of the damage to the enemy, otherwise it doesn't count as a kill for them. If you poke them with a stick or shoot them with 1 bullet, it automatically doesn't count for the Invoker's tally of enemies. Your summon has to do all of the damage, and it boosts summon damage when you put points in Invoker, so that's the thing. We got Tormentor, which I was looking forward to. It boosts the status effect duration, like burning or bleeding, and you have to apply 100 status effects to enemies for that. We got Recovery from beating the Claviger. We could have also fought the Harrow, like I said. And I think we got World Walker today, too, but that's basically just for walking out into the world of Rhom past the crystal when you first spawn in. That's it. So we haven't really done much. We maxed out our bigger. We got Elder's Knowledge that we're working on. I'm probably gonna put all 6 of these into Elder's Knowledge just for the extra experience boost, really. But yeah, no big deal. There is a perk that I want to mention that I figured out the alternate way to get it. The Perk Scavenger. Normally you would get it from turning in the Tarnished Ring to Reggie, who is the consumables merchant inside of Ward 13. The other way to get it is apparently after you pick up 10,000 scrap total. Not like all in your inventory at the same time, as far as I know. It's just 10,000 scrap total. It is randomized that after you've picked up the 10k marker, some random pickup of scrap or loot of a chest or loot of opening a door, like the monkey key door, for the assault rifle, which is the dungeon we didn't get. I guess it could apply to the hunter's pistol dungeon too, if you open the door in there. The scavenger perk will just randomly appear after you've picked up 10,000k, 10k scrap. That's the other way to get it, other than turning in the Tarnished Ring to Reggie. It's a lot easier when you just have the Tarnished Ring, because you turn it into Reggie, you get the scavenger perk, whatever, but there's another way to get it, and we will probably pick it up randomly, and I wanted to explain that before it happens. But that's about it for today. We set courses to +8. I'm not fighting the Undying King until later, when I absolutely have to. We are probably going to have to get to +10 before we leave courses, and probably +15 before we fight the Undying King at the end. Kind of sucks because after we beat the Undying King, there's still another world, so that world will be set at +15, but I can always pray for RNG, and we did get the Sentinel Mod, so we should be safe. I am going to work on getting last stream and this stream both up on YouTube after this one is done. I've been slacking a little bit. I don't really have anything else to do today, though, so that's going to change. So we made it through Rhom. I'm going to quit to the main menu. But yeah, that's it for today.